Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network 2026 Iowa State Fair here right now, joined by House Ag Committee Chairman G.T. Thompson. Thank you so much for taking the time to visit with us.
Dustin, it is great to be back at the Iowa State Fair and great to be with you.
All right, so first of all, you're here to be a celebrity show person in the Iowa Governor's Charity Steer Show. Tell us a bit about that.
Well, that's just rather exciting. I got paired up with a great young man, about 11 years old, Caden Hopkins. We're fellow wrestlers.
Oh, there you go.
And his steer is named Gable. So we are team wrestlers, wrestlers or wranglers. I'm not sure which one, but but what a great event and what a great tradition, raising money for the Ronald McDonald houses. I'm just so blessed to get the invitation to be able to come and participate, to be a part of that. I'm really excited to look forward to the day.
And it's a stiff competition. I mean, the governor's usually a tough one to beat. I know Secretary Rollins tried last year. She wanted a rematch, but wasn't able to get one this year. But
she called me yesterday to give me some tips. I told her, I appreciate the tips, Madam Secretary. I'm not sure it's going to help me out.
You never know. Well, last time I got to hear from you, we were at Washington, D.C. The day before you passed the Farm Bill, you talked to farm broadcasters. It's got to be a weight off your shoulders to get it through, but now the waiting game with the Senate, and we've had some stalemates there.
Yeah, well, it's in the capable hands of Chairman John Bozeman in the Senate Agriculture Committee. John's he's a good man. He was a mentor of mine when I first came into the House. We're brothers in the Lord. We every Wednesday morning we'd be in our offices doing Bible study together. So I've got complete confidence in him. Now, he's got a tough task. He has to get 60 votes in the Senate, and I think he's off to a great start with it. Obviously, he's marked up, I want to say 99% of it. Almost all of that is the House bill, the Farm Food and National Security Act, the provisions within that. He did add in year-round E15, and I was really excited to see that. I couldn't put that in the House version because that's energy and commerce jurisdiction, and they didn't want to give it up for us to include. So there's a few. He didn't get it quite there. Mitch McConnell was still out, and so but he's negotiating right now. He didn't adjourn the markup. He recessed it. So I think we're in a great pathway.
And I know from past experiences with farm bills, what we always call the four corners, the leaders of the both committees usually are talking among themselves. And, obviously there's been some differences if they've got E15 and the House doesn't, if they've had to make a few concessions that the House hasn't to get that 60 votes. How much pressure do you think there is in a conference committee if it gets that far?
Well, so far I'm pleased. Other than I'm not, I will never abandon Iowa and Pennsylvania farmers to the crazies in California when it comes to Prop 12. Mm-hmm. And so that will be something that I'm going to champion that. We had it in the House version. Senator Bozeman felt like he had to take it out, at least at this point, on the Senate side. But everything else I've been okay with. The little extra time for the states to comply with reducing their error rate. As long as they're in a pathway for compliance and we can get states to straighten themselves out, I'm okay with that. I think that's a good compromise.
And of course, when they come back from the August recess, there's still budget bills to get done and things like that. USDA is going to need funding. What kind of things are you guys thinking about here and possibly then after the elections again as well?
Yeah, well, we're aggressively working on ag labor right now. The SAWA bill, Securing Agricultural Workforce Act, which is a non-immigration, non-amnesty, temporary agricultural worker visa. It was actually created under Ronald Reagan.
Okay.
And it hasn't ever been updated to reflect the modern needs. And there's a real need for it. Originally, when it was created, Dustin, it was just as a supplement to a largely domestic workforce in agriculture. In fact, in 1995, there were only 11,000 positions advertised nationwide. And you have to advertise these positions. You have to hire an American citizens if there is one available. You fast forward to 2025, over 400,000 positions were advertised. And I'm told less than 200 people ever, American citizens, applied for those. So the need is there. The other problem is, it only applied to seasonal.
Right.
So it wasn't great for livestock, for dairy, for greenhouses, for certain commodity processing. And so we changed that. We eliminated the word seasonal. We replaced it with temporary and defined defined temporary, and it's a good change. So that's something we're working on. I have over 50 co-sponsors.
Okay.
We have at least 550 organizations, mostly all ag, but with the U.S. Chamber of Commerce has endorsed it. And we've got a lot of work to do. There's some rumor mongering out there that it's somehow it provides amnesty, which means it prevents people from complying with the law. It's not true. Actually, this is the only mechanism I know of. The first change in terms of foreign workforce that everybody has to get legal. And so I think once, so we've got some rumors that we're dealing with right now, but it really is a good bill.
So a lot of work to be done yet, a lot of work that's been done. And I know, like I said, it's got to be a weight off your shoulders to have that through, but that waiting game has got to be nerve-wracking as well.
Well, you learn patience in this job. There's no doubt about it. If I got frustrated, I'd have given up a long time ago, because I really didn't have good partners to negotiate with, originally on the Senate side, and then, my ranking members, they really weren't engaged in the farm bill process as much as we tried, and we engaged her. And so I went directly to the Democratic members and engaged with them, and it worked out. We have, it's not just a single bill. The farm bill is actually over 200 bipartisan bills make up the Farm, Food, and National Security Act.
All right. Well, Congressman Thompson, Chairman Thompson, thank you so much for taking time out of a very busy fair schedule, and good luck there at the Charity Steer Show.
Well, I think the winner there is the kids and the families. Those that are showing, and quite frankly, those kids that are struggling and with health concerns. And so I'm just real proud to be a part of a really righteous event.
All right, Chairman Thompson here with us on the Iowa Agribusiness Radio Network.